So my name is Pauline Waddle. I work for Falkirk Council and my job title is the MEX Tech Team Manager. We started off an overnight care as part of our enhanced responder service. So this started as a pilot which was driven by Scottish Government, who gave us some external funding to try this as an experiment, if you like. So we discovered there was an unmet care need during the night on night shifts. So for us in Falkirk, night shift is 9:40 in the evening till 7 AM. And we discovered that there was a fair percentage of our service users who required care needs and it wasn't being met because all the usual care services had closed at these times of the day. We were able to secure more posts and more training. So we started to incorporate check-in visits, which was something we'd never done before. We also discovered there was massive positive feedback from carers who report that we were able to alleviate carer stress. We discovered that a lot of people who were being referred to care homes, it was because of the stresses of overnight care. So we were in some part able to alleviate that, then that had an impact on the number of people who were applying for places in care homes. And also, because we were ensuring that safety and we were there, then it also had an impact on hospital admissions and things like that. So we discovered very quickly that we were able to get in there. We try and go in as quietly as we can, especially for our check visits. We tiptoe in the night, and if everything's fine, then we leave again. And very often the other members of the house are not disturbed at all. So we're going in there doing the checks or the work that's required. And as I say, the feedback that we are getting for this service is very, very positive. I feel that the overnight element has really helped for those hospital discharges to be successful. So there was always this element of some people who are discharged from hospital, but because their confidence was low or their sleep patterns were not quite all the way there yet, or they had gotten used in the hospital to pressing the nurse buzzer, things like that, that because we were kind of that wee halfway step for them, that when the hospital discharges were more successful, so they weren't having to be readmitted back to hospital as frequently as before. So we feel that there's been an impact in terms of alleviating the applications for care homes and also making the hospital discharges safer, and also in terms of hospital readmissions or admissions, that this idea that the care is there in a crisis element. So it could be there for a week, a fortnight, however long that the crisis exists in the home. So when the carer's out of the general family member carer's out of commission and we are there, then that means the pressures from other services trying to bridge that gap is alleviated because we are now doing that for them. You'd be surprised how little the challenges were. Because it's been a success story and it's one that is so successful that although it started as a pilot with external funding, we've now been granted permanent funding and it's now become part of our general care offering, which is a success story in itself. And it's only a success story because, as I said, we had tapped into what was an unmet need. So the challenging aspect nowadays would probably be that of recruitment. So you will need more staff to expand the type of service you can offer. And right now recruitment is quite difficult for carers in the caring field. But beyond that, the training was quite straightforward because a lot of the people coming to do those type of tasks already have that background. So there was no real cost implications other than that of recruitment in the beginning. So the challenges were really quite low. And when you consider a lot of the things we do, the challenges are quite significant. This was an area where we were able to have fabulous feedback, really positive, with not too much work or challenges to overcome beforehand.